One man held the WWE title for 1,316 days. The other man spent years in the wilderness, rebuilt himself from the ground up, and came back to finish a story that was stolen from his family. Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes. Two names that define modern WWE. But here's the question that nobody in the wrestling world can agree on: who is the actual GOAT? Today on SuplexSpot, we're settling this debate. No holding back. Let's go. Let's start with Roman Reigns, because if you're not acknowledging this man's legacy, you are not paying attention. Roman Reigns wasn't always the biggest thing in wrestling. In fact, back in 2015, 2016, this man was getting booed out of every arena. Fans were throwing their drinks, their popcorn, they hated him as a babyface. The crowd rejected him every single week, and WWE kept shoving him down our throats anyway. But in 2020, Roman did something most wrestlers never figure out. He turned heel. And it wasn't just a character change, it was a total transformation. The tribal chief. The head of the table. Paul Heyman as his special counsel. The bloodline by his side. Every single week, Roman walked out and made you feel like you were watching something different. Something bigger than wrestling. He wasn't just defending a title, he was running a mafia family on national TV, and it was must-see television every single Friday night. Now here's where it gets interesting, and this is something the internet loves to debate. Roman Reigns was Vince McMahon's guy. Period. Full stop. Vince handpicked Roman as the next John Cena, the big, jacked, looks like a superhero face of the company. And for years, Vince protected Roman like a precious asset. Roman was pushed to the moon even when the fans were screaming in "Oh." Does that take anything away from Roman? Some people say yes, oh, he was handed everything. But let's be real. Roman delivered. When he finally went heel and was given creative freedom, he became arguably the greatest character in WWE history of the modern era. Vince might have built the launchpad. But Roman flew the rocket. A 1,316-day title reign. 6 consecutive WrestleMania main events. Sold-out arenas worldwide. The bloodline story got so big it crossed into pop culture. Roman made everyone around him, Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, the Usos, into stars. That's what a true top guy does. He makes the whole company better. Now let's talk about Cody Rhodes. Because if Roman Reigns is a corporate empire, Cody Rhodes is a Rocky movie. Cody is the son of the legendary Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Dusty Rhodes is WWE Hall of Fame. The man was beloved by every fan who ever watched the sport. And Cody? For years, WWE had him dressed up in a costume, playing Stardust, a character in a mask. They didn't know what to do with him. Or maybe they just didn't care to figure it out. In 2016, Cody walked out of WWE. He left. He went to the independents, he co-founded All Elite Wrestling AEW and became one of the most important figures in professional wrestling outside of WWE. He rebuilt his entire career from nothing. He became the American Nightmare. He got the cross tattoo on his chest as a symbol of his journey. And when he came back to WWE in 2022 at WrestleMania, the crowd in Dallas erupted. That pop was one of the loudest reactions in WrestleMania history. The fans wanted Cody. The fans had missed Cody. Now here's the flip side of the Vince and Roman story, and this is key. When Vince McMahon stepped down and Triple H took over creative in 2022, everything changed. Triple H is a different kind of WWE boss. He came up through NXT, he built NXT, he values storytelling. And Triple H saw something in Cody Rhodes that Vince never bothered to develop. Triple H gave Cody the ball. The finish your story angle. Cody's journey to win the WWE Championship and honor his father Dusty became the most emotionally resonant storyline in WWE in over a decade. And at WrestleMania 40? After coming back from a torn pectoral muscle, wrestling with a surgery scar, fighting through real pain, Cody Rhodes finally won the undisputed WWE Championship. The whole world cried. And that is not an exaggeration. Alright, so here's the actual debate. Both of these men have a legitimate claim. Roman Reigns is the greatest character in modern WWE history. The Tribal Chief is a masterpiece of character work and long-term storytelling. For raw dominance, for sustained greatness at the top, for making every single moment feel like an event, Roman is number one. But Cody Rhodes is the greatest story in modern WWE history. He didn't just win a championship, he won it for every person who's ever been underestimated. Every person who got knocked down and had to start over. He left WWE with nothing and came back as the most over babyface in the company. Organically. Not by corporate decision, by the fans choosing him. Roman was built to be a superhero. Cody was built by struggle. And in professional wrestling, the business of human connection, struggle always wins. So if we're picking a GOAT, not just the best performer, but the person who meant the most to WWE and to its fans, Cody's story edges it out. Barely. By exactly one pectoral muscle tear. So that's the verdict from SuplexSpot. But honestly, this debate doesn't have a wrong answer. That's what makes it the greatest debate in wrestling right now. Roman Reigns had the greatest title reign of his generation. Cody Rhodes had the greatest comeback story of his generation. Both of these men are elite. But I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comments right now, Team Roman or Team Cody? Let's see where the SuplexSpot community lands. If you're new here, welcome to SuplexSpot. Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Acknowledge that.